Greetings, gentlemen. As we look at this week's unfolding price patterns, um, you're looking at the Dow right now. I suspect you're going to get a choppy sort of move around this area, and a possible sell-off down towards maybe the 15,000 area. Just isn't a corrective sort of move. Overall the market will continue to head much higher over the next year or two. Of course, that's where the quantitative easing money and rich corporate cash goes, into the shares and all this sort of stuff. The index is again moving down from the third wave, as I suspected it would, towards the buy area. It hasn't quite hit it yet, but it probably will over the next week or so before we have any sort of move to the upside again. That being said, the Nikkei, I bought down in this area too when it was around 15,000, is now up around the 15,585 area with a likely move higher. You can see from the previous week a break through the wedge moving down. You could have capitalized on the way down and perhaps on the way back. It didn't quite hit my buy area, but came fairly close. The pound is making a nice little bullish pennant here. That's what this is. And likely will break to this particular area here. Let's try to put something into place here. An area where you can rebuy in this area here, somewhere around the 6113 area, where you can move towards the upper areas of the 6.5 to 6.7 area on the British pound. I'll be taking a buy anyway. When the market's open, likely to. S&P, very similar situation. We may get the sell-off once it sort of sets more of a bull trap here, but once again, over the long haul, it's going to head a lot higher. The euro, you can see from in my own buy position, it's headed higher, probably towards retesting the 38 high in this particular area, and probably through over the course of this week. U.S. dollar, Japanese yen also heading higher. I'm also long in that particular position, and it did indeed enter into roughly the area where I would have recommended a buy. The franc continues to head lower. You're probably out of that particular position, at least you should be anyway. Those were the parameters here, the buy parameters between the 9.0 and 9.1 area. It's probably going to head down towards the 8.8, maybe even 8.7 area before turning up. I'm not going to worry because I have small positions in play at this particular time, but I'll be looking to rebuy eventually. U.S. dollar, Canadian, once again moving down from the sell areas, and once again we're looking for a move down to the 10524 area versus the U.S. dollar, so you want to be buying the Canadian gold. Once again, we hit the bottom and we're looking to get the rebound up towards the 1308 area. And silver, very similar. If you want to rebuy it in this particular area, once again it should chop around for a while and then start to head up. It won't be quick. And you may have noticed also that the Treasury's 10-year did indeed hit exactly my buy area and has bounced up since. So whether or not you actually took those trades, hopefully you did, hopefully you're in. It may yet move down slightly further, but it looks to be we're in a reversal pattern here up towards the 127, maybe 129 area. So once again, that's it for this week, and I'll be updating you as time goes on.